What's going on, guys? Yep, you got it right. I am putting out another episode because, yeah, I'm trying to improve this. And we all know the only way we can improve in things is by repetition. So I'm just out here putting out content to continue to improve it, continue to learn from it, and continue to get you guys' feedback, which has been really freaking awesome. I appreciate you guys more than you guys can imagine. Um, but I am actually really excited to talk about the subject I'm going to talk about today. Um, this is something that I get asked pretty often. And I feel like when people ask me this question is because they're trying to figure out what I'm eating so that they can copy exactly that and try to get the results that I'm getting. So people ask me all the time, like, what do you eat? And I just want to say really quick, what I eat is definitely not what you should eat. When it comes to nutrition, it is very individualized, meaning there are so many things that play a role into how much you should actually be eating in the sense of your calories, like your age, height, lean body mass, activity level. So, what I'm eating it's is not what you should be eating. So today what I really wanted to do is I wanted to make this video to maybe simplify and give you guys some key points or ideas on how to get a good understanding of how much you should be eating. Um, so yeah, let's just get into it. First and foremost, you're gonna have to figure out the overall calories you should be consuming according to the goal you have. This is actually pretty simple. There's plenty of calculators out there that do it for free on the internet. Literally type in Google calorie calculator. And in there, it's going to ask you questions like your height, your activity level, your age, all of that good stuff. And from there, it's going to give you a number. Now, I do want to say, these numbers aren't exact. It's giving you a ball range. But I will say that ball range should get you pretty close to where you should be at. Once you get that number, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into a food logger and put that number in there. I utilize MyFitnessPal. It's the easiest app to use, I think. I've been using it for years. They have a free version of it, but I like it. But there's plenty of other apps. Same thing in your app store. You can look up calorie or calorie counter or food tracker, whatever you want to type in. You're going to put that number in there. And what you're going to do is you're going to stay consistent at that number. You want to fall within like 100 calorie range up or down from whatever number it gave you. So if it gave you 1800 calories, you want to land anywhere between 1700 to 1900. You can fall anywhere in that range. Reason you want to stay within that range is because you want to get as close as possible to 1800 so that you can see what that number is doing for you in the sense of like where the dial is moving, right? And in order for you to see where the dial is moving, what you're going to do is you are going to stay consistent in those calories for 2 weeks. I'll tell you why. Number one, first week, what you're going to do is you're going to stay consistent in it and you're going to get an average of your weight, meaning you're going to weigh yourself every day. Right? You're going to add all those days and then divide that by 7. That's going to be the average of that week. Next week, you're going to do the same thing and you're going to average it again. Wherever that average went, so like say the first week, your average weight was 170, and the second week, your average weight was 168. That means that that number that you have in that calculator gave you puts you in a calorie deficit. Once you get that second average and you understand where those numbers are putting you, then you adjust the dial from there, right? So if your goal wasn't to lose weight, then you'd want to up your calories and put yourself more in a surplus. And start little by little, right? I like to go anywhere between like 100 to 250 calories max, and then continue to average, and continue to see the gauge so you get an accurate read. And yeah, that's pretty much how you figure out your calories. And then after you have your calories dialed in, you're going to go into macronutrients. Your macronutrients are going to be your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. Okay? The first thing you're going to want to calculate once you have the calories dialed in is going to be your protein. On average, a person should be eating anywhere between 0.5 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. And that's dependent also, depending on how active the person is, how much they're strength training, how much strain they're putting their body through. That's where that range kind of comes from. But that gives you a good idea, a good base foundation. I know it's a wide range, but I would say on average, most people should be anywhere between like 0.8 to like 1 gram per pound of body weight. I actually like to go off of lean body mass, but if you don't have anything to measure your lean body mass, that's a good range. And if you do want to get your lean body mass checked, there's plenty of places that have scanners that do measure your lean body mass, your fat mass, and all that good stuff. We actually have an Evolt 360 here, which does that full scan for you, and then from there you'll be able to tell what your lean body mass is, calculate a little bit more accurately how much protein you should be intaking. But yeah, that's pretty much protein. So like say you wanted to do 1 gram per pound of body weight and you weigh 170 pounds, your protein would be 170 grams. Pretty simple. That's the first thing you want to calculate. Then after that, you want to go fats and carbs. You can kind of play with depending on what you prefer, right? They're both energy systems. But I think most people should, their fats should land, next one should be fats. And that should be anywhere between 25 to 30% if you want to go on the low fat side. And then you can kind of play with that number above that if you wanted to go higher fats, lower carbs. But I just want to say fats are still necessary. Your body still needs them. That's how your body's hormones are balanced. It plays a huge role into insulation, vitamin, absorption, things like that. So it's still necessary. Usually the range of that, it should be 25 to 30% of your overall calories. And then once you calculate that, the rest of them can go to your carbs. So yeah, guys. Anyways, I really wanted to make this video, and I really hope that was helpful. If you guys have any more questions about this, make sure you put it down in the comments. And if you did find this helpful, make sure you let me know down in the comments, and maybe share this with anybody else who you think would benefit from this. So yeah, guys, that actually was pretty solid, I think. So as you guys know, I'm gonna leave you guys like I leave you guys every single time. Just always remember, we're stronger together. I'm still gonna have to come up with like a good catchphrase for that because I'm still dialing that in. But I know that for a fact I'm gonna say we're always stronger together. Always remember we're stronger together, because we are. So have an incredible day, guys, and yeah, talk to you soon.